It's time to finally review the strongest Hulk movie there is.
Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Lucamus Prime here, so it is time for another review in my Marvel Cinematic Universe movie review marathon, and today I'm going to be reviewing what is of course the second installment of the franchise, which of course is the second one after 2008's Iron Man. This was of course released in the same year, and this is of course based on another member of the Avengers, which of course is this time being the Incredible Hulk himself. And this film, directed by Louis Leterrier, is none other than 2008, of course, The Incredible Hulk. So yeah, now this is going to be my review for this movie. So how was this movie made, guys? So after, of course, the mixed reception to Universal 2003 film Hulk, which I have not seen yet at the time of recording, Marvel Studios reacquired the rights to the character through Universal retained distribution rights. Louis Leterrier, who had expressed interest in directing Iron Man for Marvel, was brought on board, and Zach Penn began work on a script that would be much closer to the comics and the 1978 TV show of the same name. In April 2007, Edward Norton was hired to portray a Bruce Banner and also to rewrite Penn's screenplay. His script positioned this movie as a reboot of the series, distancing it from the 2003 film to give the new version its own identity. Norton, however, was not credited for his writing. Filming took place from July to November 2007, primarily in Toronto, Canada, with additional filming in New York City and Rio de Janeiro. Over 700 visual effects were created in post-production using a combination of motion capture and computer-generated imagery to complete the film. The film premiered at the Gibson Amphitheater in Universal City, California on June 8, 2008, and was released in the United States on June 13th as part of Phase 1 of the MCU. It received praise for its action sequences and was considered an improvement over the 2003 film, but it was criticised as lacking in depth. The film grossed $264.8 million worldwide, making it the lowest grossing film of the MCU, sadly. Norton also disagreed with Marvel over the final edit of the film, and as a result of this, did not return for any other movies in the MCU. Hulk was instead played by Mark Ruffalo. When it comes to, of course, what I think of this movie, so I've seen this movie quite a lot of times, guys, and I actually really love this movie now. I think it's definitely an amazing movie, and I'll also say that, in my opinion, it is the most underrated MCU movie of all time, in my opinion. I think it's beyond underrated, criminally underrated, whatever. I think it's amazing and deserves more love. And I will also say, guys, that in my opinion, this movie has the true portrayal of Hulk, as far as I'm concerned. Because, for those you don't know, I'm not really a fan of how Hulk has been handled in the later stages of the MCU. Especially, of course, from what I've heard in that garbage She-Hulk show. Oh, goodness me, what do we do to Hulk in that? So, yeah. So that's why I think this movie is probably the best portrayal of Hulk that I've seen, in my opinion. This is probably my favourite Hulk movie of all time. So what is this movie about? So, in the film, Bruce Banner becomes the Hulk as an unwitting pawn in a military scheme to reinvigorate the super soldier program through gamma radiation. Banner goes on the run from the military while attempting to cure himself of the Hulk. So, what's great about the movie? So, why I think it's the most underrated MCU movie of all time? Well, so when it comes, of course, to portrayal of Hulk, as I said, guys, this is my favourite portrayal of Hulk of all time, and Ed Norton is definitely my favourite live-action portrayal of the Hulk and Bruce Banner. Because I think he's a great actor, guys, and in my opinion, a better actor than Mark Ruffalo, or in general, so that's why I really do miss him a lot when it comes to watching the MCU. I really do miss Ed Norton a lot when it comes to Hulk, because I think he definitely got Hulk right, in my opinion. How Hulk should have been portrayed in the comics, absolutely, 100%. But When it comes to my favourite Hulk of all time, as you guys may know, my favourite Hulk of all time is the legendary Fred Tatasciore, who I, of course, had the honour and privilege of recently interviewing on my channel on one of my live streams, which was a lot of fun to do. When it comes to a voice Hulk in this film, however, what I do love is, I love how the Hulk is voiced by Lou Ferrigno. Like, it was really awesome how Lou Ferrigno got a chance to voice Hulk in this, which was really awesome. And yeah, Lou Ferrigno definitely does a great job voicing Hulk in this, and no one can do the roars in this film better than Lou when it comes to Hulk, really. Like, wow. And, of course, getting to say the iconic catchphrase of Hulk smash as well. Like, that is just incredible to hear from Lou Ferrigno. And he even as a cameo appearance in the movie as a security guard as well, which was really cool. So I love how he got to have a cameo appearance in this. And also as well, when it comes to this as well, this isn't the second time Lou Ferrigno's had a cameo appearance as a security guard, because I know that he had a cameo appearance as a security guard in the 2003 film alongside Stan Lee as a security guard in a cameo. Rest in peace, Stan. Stan even has a cameo appearance in this movie as well as someone who drinks the soda poisoned by Bruce Banner's blood. So it was nice to see Stan in this, and rest in peace, Stan. You're a legend. Without you, we wouldn't have many of his iconic Marvel heroes or characters in general from Marvel. You're a legend, Stan. Rest in peace. I also, as well, love the addition of Liv Tyler as Betty Ross. She was definitely very good in this movie, what she was given. Although my favourite role of Liv Tyler, though, is definitely, of course, Arwen from the Lord of the Rings movie trilogy. I still think she was great as Betty, what she was given. It's a shame that she's not appeared in anything MCU since this movie, isn't it? Yeah, really big shame that she's not really appeared since this movie. Pretty much forgotten about, sadly. Although it is unfortunately confirmed that she was one of the victims of the blip, of course, in Infinity War. So yeah, that's sad, isn't it? Apparently she's going to be appearing, of course, in this, like, upcoming 4th Captain America movie. So, like, get the hell out of here. Ridiculous. Thankfully, I'm not going to be watching that. I know it's going to suck. Then also as well, I also love the addition as well of Tim Roth as the character Emil Blonsky, who, of course, later becomes the Abomination. So, yeah, Tim Roth did a great job playing Emil Blonsky in this. Starting off, of course, as a soldier that he is, and then later becomes the Abomination. And I think he did a really great job playing him with what he was giving him a role. Really great job. Tim Roth, in my opinion, is an underrated actor as well. And he did a very good job of playing him. Yeah, he did a very good job playing the role of Abomination in this. And so, yeah, I think he was definitely a very good casting for a part of Abomination in this. And had a very good voice from him too when he's Abomination. Like, wow, that was a very good voice. Although my favourite Abomination portrayal of all time, guys, is Robin Atkin Downes from Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. In my opinion, the greatest Marvel animated series ever made, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to other characters as well, the movie is, like, sort of antagonist, of course, sort of, alongside the Abomination, is, of course, Thaddeus Ross, played by William Hurt, and may William rest in peace, of course, because it's very sad that he passed away last year, yeah. Rest in peace, William Hurt. If you were to ask me if I have one bad quality with this film, guys, it's probably, in my opinion, Ross. Ross, in my opinion, is a very unlikable character. Like, I've not liked him ever since he first appeared in the MCU. He'd later, of course, appeared in later movies like Captain America Civil War and of course, the Avengers movies and also Black Widow. And he's unfortunately just an unlikable character, in my opinion, and I can't stand seeing him, really, because he's unlikable. Especially, of course, how in Captain America Civil War, he split the Avengers up, so yeah, screw Ross. But for what it's worth, though, William Hurt gave a great performance to make him the unlikable character that he is. So yeah, we've got to give lots of praise to William Hurt for this. So yeah, rest in peace, William. Tim Blake Nelson was also good in this movie as Samuel Stearns as well. He was good in this, in my opinion, and so was Ty Burrell as Leonard Samson as well. I think he was good too. And there was lots of great casting in this, and also as well, when it comes to cameos, as well as, of course, the cameo appearances by Stan Lee and from Lou Ferrigno in this, there was also cameo appearances as well by Martin Starr, who is playing a college student who is credited as Computer Nerd, and he was later revealed to be Roger Harrington, who, of course, is Peter Parker's teacher in the MCU Spider-Man trilogy. So, yeah. So it's like a pretty cool Easter egg right there, really, that he appeared in an older movie and later appeared as a you know, where his name is revealed. So yeah, And also as well, Michael K. Williams, may he rest in peace, also appeared in this as a Harlem bystander as well. Yeah, rest in peace, Michael. Yeah, with lots of good cameos in this movie. Now, as well as the cast of a movie, of course, there's also other great things too. So, one thing that, in my opinion, is definitely a highlight of this movie is probably the CGI, because, like, because I rewatched my Blu-ray of the movie last night, guys, in preparation for this review, and I gotta say that the CGI has aged really well. Like, wow. Like, it's very impressive how well it's aged in this movie, because this is a 2008 movie, and the CGI looks great today even. Like, wow. It's very impressive. And, like the visual effects were really good in this. Like, wow. They did a really great job with how they did this, with visual effects. Like, it was very impressive. Rhythm and Hughes, it was called, who did the CGI. Yeah, they did a really great job with the CGI in this. It was very impressive. So yeah, like, rewatching this movie never gets old because of the great CGI. Also, I like the music, which was composed by Craig Armstrong. The music was definitely very good, very intense as well, just what you need for a whole movie. Other great things about the movie is also the fight scenes. They're nothing short of awesome to watch, and I really have fun watching them. Definitely really great to see. For example, the revealing of Hulk himself, and also the fight at the college as well, and also the final fight as well. Like, it was definitely a lot of fun, you know, seeing their fight, of course, in Harlem. Like, the fight was so good. And was definitely so much fun. And that's, of course, where we of course get Hulk saying his iconic catchphrase as well, voiced by Lou Ferrigno. So yeah, like, yeah, this movie definitely had really awesome scenes, which is why, in my opinion, it's the most underrated MCU movie of all time. What's also great about it as well, so, as I said before, guys, in my opinion, this movie gets Hulk right. In my opinion, this is where the Hulk is, you know, perfectly portrayed the best, in my opinion, when it comes to live action territory. Like, and this is just how you do a Hulk movie, in my opinion. Like, don't make him a joke or annoying. Make him the serious, angry character that he is. So, like, you're not supposed... You know, the idea of Hulk is you're supposed to make him angry. You're not supposed to make him a joke. No, of course not. Like, he's Hulk, for crying out loud, not a joke. So that's why I feel that after this movie, the Hulk sort of went downhill quite a lot in the MCU afterwards. Because I'm one of those people, guys, that's not really a fan of Mark Ruffalo's portrayal of the Hulk. Yeah, Mark Ruffalo, in my opinion, is better in other roles than Hulk to me. But Ed Norton, in my opinion, was a perfect casting as Hulk, and it's definitely one of my favourite performances of all time from him. After things such as American History X and also Fight Club and other things he's been in too. I think definitely that Hulk and Bruce Banner is among my top favourite roles I've seen from Ed Norton, because he's a great actor, in my opinion. And he's definitely did a great job in this movie. It's a shame that, of course, he didn't return afterwards, and I think it was, of course, due to him wanting to change things, of course, because while he's a great actor, guys, he has been known for wanting to change things in his movies, of course, and not being very good to work with, so, yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? So, yeah, so even though, of course, I do love the films with Hulk in after this movie, you know, the Avengers movies, I still think there was something missing from them, you know, which was, of course, Ed Norton, in my opinion, because Ed Norton got Hulk right. Thankfully, Lou Ferrigno still voiced Hulk, but in some cases too, I guess, which was nice to hear. And as a fun fact about Lou Ferrigno, guys, because he voices Hulk like he's done before, after he, of course, portrayed him in a live-action TV show and voiced him before, that makes him the first actor to you know, reprise his roles as a character from a different Marvel media in the MCU, which is pretty awesome. So I do love that, of course. And of course, Stan Lee can also count too, because he's cameoed in other Marvel things before MCU started, of course. So yeah. So yeah, this movie definitely, you know, delivers how Hulk should be portrayed, and yeah, I'm sure that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby would be really proud of this movie indeed, yeah, because of how much it's loved by fans, and I certainly do love this movie. So yeah, I really love Incredible Hulk, guys. It's a shame this movie is the lowest grossing film of the MCU, which is a big shame, because I really enjoy watching this movie. It's a really fun ride, you know, because after I saw this movie a long time ago, guys, I also played the Incredible Hulk video game based on this movie on Xbox 360. That was a lot of fun. I have lots of fond memories of messing around in the open world on that game. It was so much fun. And then I also as well, you know, rewatched this movie quite a few times, because I remember when I rewatched it on Netflix, back when I got back home to watch It's Bad on Far From Home once, I rewatched it and I thought it was a really great movie. And then, of course, after more rewatches and, you know, stuff like that, that's when I realised this, in my opinion, is a true portrayal of Hulk. And then, of course, from last night's rewatch, when I rewatched my Blu-ray of it, yeah, I think it's, in my opinion, the most underrated MCU movie of all time. So, yeah, I definitely really love this movie. And it also has a very exciting ending as well, because at the end of the movie, you, of course, it's revealed that Bruce Banner is still, of course, Hulk. And then we get a very exciting ending where Tony Stark, with Robert Downey Jr. reprising his role from Iron Man 2008, approaches General Ross at a bar and informs him that a team is being put together. So that was definitely a very exciting ending, and definitely the confirmation needed to confirm that this film is part of the MCU, of course. So yeah, so that's my opinion on The Incredible Hulk, guys. In my opinion, it's the most underrated MCU movie of all time that deserves more love, and in my opinion, the true portrayal of Hulk. I wish the MCU would go back to how Hulk was portrayed in this. I really do. Because, yeah, I think without Ed Norton, there's something missing when it comes to the future of the MCU. Nonetheless, though, I still love to rewatch this movie a lot in my MCU marathon. I only do a marathon of the Infinity Saga and the Spider-Man trilogy of MCU, and that's it, guys. No more, really. And I usually skip that tomorrow because I hate that movie, and also Iron Man 3 as well, because that, in my opinion, not even needed to exist with the MCU. So yeah. So guys, this is me doing my review for 2008's The Incredible Hulk by Louis Leterrier. In my opinion, the most underrated MCU movie of all time that deserves more love, and in my opinion, the movie that gets Hulk portrayed right. If you're wondering what I would give a movie a score out of 10, well, like I said, in my opinion, it's the most underrated MCU movie of all time, so if I was to give it a score out of 10, I'd probably give it a very solid score of 9 out of 10. So, you know, drill, guys, be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to let us know in the comments what you guys think of The Incredible Hulk 2008. If you've seen it, comments below what you think. We'll see your thoughts are on it. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe in the future. If you would like to be a member, you can respond if you're using a piece of art, or you can look at the description. And Hulk smash!